Hey, Sebastian Cannon here, website designer. So in this video I want to speak with you about animation effects within web pages. That is, certain movement that goes on as you're scrolling down a web page. You might have text flying in from any direction, or images popping up, and if not overused, it can add a sense of a dynamic sense to the page, and if used effectively also, it can help things to pop out that you really want your user to see, maybe a certain link somewhere or a button or something. So I'm going to show you in Divi. I'm a website designer and I use WordPress and the Divi theme from Elegant Themes, as well as other child themes, but Divi is the foundational theme that I use. So I'm going to show you what we're talking about here. So you can see here is a website that I'm designing at the moment, and I'm going to refresh this home page here just to have a look at how things move as I go down the page. We can see there are text coming in and just some subtle things, mostly text. We've got movement here and certain movement we've got going on here. We've got no sort of images coming up. I don't like to overdo things in terms of the animations, but I'm going to show you a couple of tips. Let's go over to membership. I'm going to show you a couple of interesting little things that you can do. So you have what's called animations coming in, and you also can do certain effects like hover effects. So those are the two categories we'll go into. So I'll move me out the way, and let's enable the visual builder, the Divi visual builder on this page. And I'm going to show you just where these settings lie and how you can make most effect of it. So what we'll do is we will create a section here, and we'll use 2 rows, and I'll show you with 2 images here. So in this module, we're going to go down to image, choose an image, and let's upload this image here. Alright, and we're going to duplicate this image, and I'll put that over in this column. Okay, so at this point we've got 2 images. I haven't changed any settings within the image module, so they're aligned to the left, and this is in the left hand column, this is in the right hand column. Now if I click on this little red icon, we come over here to the phone view, and we were to come down to here, we can see how the layout works out in terms of the rows is one on top of the other. If we come to the tablet version, in this case it's still one over the other, and the desktop or laptop version, we can see that's the same. So we're going to do 2 different effects with this, and first of all we go to the left. Alright, now to center align an image, you go to design, alignment, and you click the center. Now you can click or unclick this, always center image on mobile. By default at the moment that is on center image on mobile, yes. Alright, and we're going to stay in the design tab up here, go right down to the bottom, go to animation, and we can see here the different effects, animation effects that we can have from within Divi here. So I'm going to slide, and then animation direction, come from the left, or go to the left, go to the right. I'm going to have this one coming up, and you can change the duration a bit slower, and animation delay when you're scrolling down. We'll leave that as 0, and the other settings. So we'll keep that there, and we'll come over here and we will again center align this. So design, tab, alignment, image align center. Alright, but we're going to come down to transform for this. Right, and I'll move this over to the left. In fact, I will use that little the modal effect just over on the left. Okay, so we're working with this image right now. Oop. Settings. Alright, and we're coming over to the design tab. Let's go to transform. Now here is a little icon, little arrow icon. What it means is hover, so I'm going to click on that. Now this is how it is on the default. Alright, and I'm going to make it slightly smaller. And on the hover, I'm going to make it slightly bigger. Alright, I'm going to show you something even more interesting in a second. Alright, so we've accepted those. I will show you one more effect. Let's come and duplicate this. We come down here. So at the moment this is a duplication of the first image, which means we've got the animation effect already on this. I'm going to go into the settings of this image. I'm going to go to animation, and I'm going to choose no animation, but let's go to transform, and let's again have hover. Alright, now the default is here. Let's have that as a standard. Let's have that as really small, and the hover effect, I'm going to increase it back to its normal original size roughly. Okay, and I'm going to put an alternative slight skew. Now these do all kinds of different things. It's very interesting. Okay, let's have it something like that, and let's, so this is the hover effect, this is the default, this is the hover, this is the default, and let's see how that shapes up when we save the page and when we exit the visual builder. And I'm going to scroll down the page to these effects. So we saw that effect come up, the animation effect, the slow coming into the screen from the bottom effect. Okay, this has got the hover effect, just to make that look slightly bigger. Now let's see what this does. It's a very interesting one. Alright, so with Divi you can do this with any module. So whether it's text or image, any module, you can put these transform effects and these animation effects onto. My advice is don't overdo it, because if someone's scrolling down your page and everything's moving and coming in, it can be a little bit overwhelming. But as I said at the start, if used effectively, it can add a little bit of movement and dynamic to the page and highlight those things that you really want to pop out for the user and enhancing the user experience. So that's it for the tutorial on animations and hover effects in Divi, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Have an amazing day. Bye.